Discussion is going on. This is the second discussion. First discussion, he said something and there was father was upset. He said, "My dear father, the real problem we have is that we are in a material body, and because of that, we know that the body is temporary. We are all aware of it, and this causes anxiety. And the best solution I recommend for you is that, my dear father, take shelter of Hari." So father was an atheist, just like sometimes people do, and in fact I advise all of you practically close on the first day when you go home now. Sometimes they do too much also. One boy, his father reported to me that the son sits on the sofa and he says, "Kṛṣṇa." They overact as if they are like Prahlāda Maharaja. So don't give a shock to your parent that you go, अभी क्या थोड़ा सा, अभी हम we keep requesting उसके बाद मुश्किल से एक माला जप होती. But if they go home, they really want to show something which I learned, and they will do overact, and the parents get into tension. So don't overact, rather be very normal, and because you have sometimes learned something, give your parents also the time. Sometimes we want our friends, brothers to immediately take it. You took so much time. Okay? So give them also the time. Now just beginning now one round. If you, Krishna's grace, if you all continue and you are fortunate, you'll all be chanting 16 rounds by the time you are in the 4th year. Okay? Now you have taken so much time to pick it up. And some friend immediately you should chant 16 rounds. That is not possible. It takes time. Everybody takes his own time. I took 4 years to get understood. So much out. So everybody takes time. Give everybody a time. Be patient. In fact, be very patient with people as you reach, and be careful what you expose. Be very, unless somebody is submissive. No, I feel it is like that, and the person is very sure about that. You can give him a reasonable argument. It is polite. But be very careful when presenting Kṛṣṇa consciousness, because what aspect a person can digest, that. Here Prahlāda Mahārāja is directly facing his father. And as an acharya, not as a kid, he's instructing his father. That is the way it's going on. His father was upset and he sent them, he said, "Take care, looks like some spies have come inside and spoiled the head of my son." Viṣṇu, he used to think Viṣṇu is his enemy because Viṣṇu in the form of, how did he kill his brother? Hiranyaksha was killed by Varaha. So now, he has a lot of benediction with Hiranyakashipu and all like that. We talked about that. So he again calls Prahlāda Mahārāja after more training, and he wants to assess now what is his condition, just like a small boy. And he asks him, "Tell me now, what will learn the best thing?" And what the child is expected to tell? Something. "Hey, they told me cat is there, mouse is there, and father with this in charge." But Prahlāda Mahārāja says, "I told you last time, Shravanam Kirtanam Viṣṇu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam Naso, Sakyam Anjali." He talks about Navavida Bhakti, which I explained. Okay. Now next, father now becomes very angry at this moment, and very, very angry, and he now asks the Brahmanas there, teachers, what is the nonsense you are teaching this boy? 9 ways you worship Viṣṇu. Some of your friends will also say that. They say, what are the best thing 9 ways you can serve Viṣṇu. Log sochenge, I remember when I started chanting in my college, I don't know, that is 25 years ago now, people used to say, "Isse to dur raho, isse to baat karna bekar," and they used to run away. You will lose your friends when you become serious in spiritual life, always know this fact. But it is better, acha sanga tyaga, ehi Vaishnavacharya. It's better you leave crazy people, because actually, just like I remember when we were in the college now, so my classmates are also watching me. They found me and they are. So what used to happen sometimes, we used to gamble a lot. We used to do so many. And those, some of them who really wanted to save their career, ran away from our group to save their career. And they did save their career. Now they are well set. Just I'm saying this is material. Okay? So similarly, if you want to advance in spiritual life, definitely we have to save ourselves from people who are too much interested in women and money. That is called Hiranyakashipu. So association is not good for us. We'll keep them away. It's not that we don't talk to them. Hello, we don't mix our heart. Just like suppose somebody has a swine flu infection, I can also get it. When you become serious actually in spiritual life, definitely you will make some very good friends who are also serious, who want to be. That's why I encourage all of you to make some groups and regularly discuss Gita in groups. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to allow sustainability. And it is difficult even for you to chant. One boy used to tell me, he is now in the 3rd year, sir, when I start chanting, my roommate stares at me like this. So, kya ho gaya? So like that, I am not able to chant because of that. When he goes to bathroom, that time I do one wrong. So you don't have to worry actually. Just like I always give this good example. Suppose you have to go to Delhi. You go to the aeroplane and sit down. Do you bother? The aeroplane is empty. While buying ticket, you ask how many tickets are sold. You don't bother about that. You know you have to go, urgent work is there. So similarly, when you are going towards the kingdom of God, it does not matter how many people are sitting with you. Even if nobody is there. In fact, Kṛṣṇa says, very less people are interested to make their life spiritually perfect. Manushyanam sahasreshu kashyap yatati siddhya. Among thousands of people you will find one. Kṛṣṇa himself says, certificate. And yatatam siddhanam kashyap naam vedita. Among thousands of people who are serious about spiritual life, one will be able to know it. At least 1 in a million knows the Lord. It's very there. So don't think, you will find many people serious. So Prahlad Maharaja faced the situation his father himself was, he's very demonic. Not only that, there is Bhagavad Gita, there are 4 kind of people who cannot worship the Lord. Asurim bhav, envious of the existence of God. This is a very unique category. He was like that. So he was very upset. And then, so he told the Brahmanas, what has happened? Why my son has become mad? 9 ways you can worship Vishnu. This is all the nonsense. So, they say, we have not taught all these things to him. Something else. We have not done. So then he asked him, Prahlad, who taught you all this? So he replies, the shloka we taught last time. Shri Prahlāda Mahārāja Materina Kṛṣṇa Bhagato Sato Mito Vipate Grahavatana Adanda Govi Vishtam Tameshram Puna Puna Charita Charavanana. Okay, so my dear father, you will not become Kṛṣṇa conscious because you are so much determined to become happy by sensual pleasures. Unless a person loses hope, unless you lose hope, that sense enjoyment will make me happy, you will never become serious in spiritual life. It will go on officially. It's like बहुत लोग मंदिर जाते हैं और मन उनका उधर नहीं, मन उनका वो धीरे बहुत नहीं करता, उधर खाली officially बैठे. If they go to a sadhu also, please give me ashirvada so that I can nicely enjoy my success. They use God also. Previously it was, they go to sadhu, they will carry at least one fruit, some dakshina. Aajkal to you starve to death, give me some ashirvada so I can enjoy my senses. That's what Kali is called the age of Durviksha. Durviksha is. Prabhupada, particularly when he was launching the preaching in India, he was very careful. He said that to the age of Durviksha, you go house to house. Previously, you just stand, please give me Viksha. And people are, saints are also genuine. Today, saints are also kapati, you see. Kuyogi, they are not yogis, they are kuyogis. Kuyogi means a kapati. Mithyachari sa uchyate. Mithyachari means a hypocrite. So therefore, people are lost faith also, it's true. They also have spoiled faith. But people are both sides. People are also like Durviksha, they don't want to give. So Prabhupada said in India particularly when he came, he said two things we can do in India. You can go with books to people. And you go with books to people, people will have so much, they will learn from you so much. They will ask so many things, And sometimes it has happened. It's a great pleasure. People invite you inside their house sometimes after talking for a few minutes. Firstly, they are suspicious. Then you say, they see, these are all educational, qualified people. and after talking for a few minutes, they can understand. He has not come to demand any money or harassment. He's come to say, please come in. And then whole family sits for hours and listen, and they clear their doubts. That's the great creation. Prabhupada wanted. He said that this book helps sometimes. Not only the books are sold, not only you may get some bhiksha also after, some donation also. But the point is, this is where it will work out now. You're going in America particularly, if you go house to house, you'll be shot dead. There trespassing is, trespassers can be executed. It's a crime. You cannot walk into somebody's property. In India, any sadhu can walk into anybody's house, correct? And people will say, at least they will give a 1 glass of water. But in the West, it is, what has happened there yesterday morning, or today morning, 26 people were shot. Everybody has guns. And if you enter somebody's house without permission, he can shoot you. It's legally allowed. So Prabhupada had to therefore divide all these ways, book distribution. So now come back. He says, Materna Kṛṣṇa, my dear father, you will not become Kṛṣṇa conscious because you are so much determined for sense gratification. By your effort, other effort. Adanta Gopi, because your senses are uncontrolled, you are going thick into darkness. And what are you doing? Chewing the chew. Yeah? We discuss this. Next one. Now everybody likes to be selfish. Now let us see what is our real selfishness. Nate viduhu swartha gatim hi Viṣṇu. Nate viduhu swartha gatim hi Viṣṇu. Durāṣaya hi vahiyartamānina. Andhā yathandhe upanīyamānā. Devi Shatanga Murdam Nibaddha. Each shloka is like, if you can remember, it can save your life. Each shloka. Not only if you can remember shlokas in a vacation, you can all do that. Not only people will worship you when you quote the shlokas, because just like you are a lawyer, when you quote the previous judgments, you quote the constitution, your judge hears with respect. Okay? So when you are talking about spiritual subject matter, if you quote the scripture, people will hear with attention. So my request is, in your vacation, this is such shloka. Tata vidu swartha gatim hi Viṣṇu. He says, vidu means vidwan, knowledge. Vid refers to knowledge. Dhanvan means जिसके पास पैसा है. Vidwan जिसके पास ज्ञान है. Ved, same dhatu. Nate viduhu, they don't know. What they don't know? Swartha, gatim hi Viṣṇu, my real selfishness. If I can move towards Viṣṇu, that is my real selfishness. If I can reach, if I can get Kṛṣṇa, that is my, there is no difference between Kṛṣṇa and Viṣṇu. So he is saying my real selfishness to get Kṛṣṇa. Correct? We all want to be selfish now. Everybody is selfish in this world. But they don't know the real self-interest, the real selfishness, if they can get Kṛṣṇa or they can get Kṛṣṇa. Swartha gatim hi Viṣṇu. Durash, instead of this thing which will really benefit them so much, what they are doing? Durasha. Du means Duryodhana, Dubuddhi. Du means bad. Correct? Dushashana. और कोई दु है? दुष्ट. Du means bad. Because this word is like that. So he is saying Durashaya. Asha means to do, take hope. Hope है. हम ये बनेंगे वो बनेंगे. हाँ? So Duasha means hope against hope. जो हो ही नहीं सकता आप उसके लिए होप करके बैठे. Correct? This is the word, hope against hope. So Durashaya e bahiyartamanina. They are hoping against hope, and they have given so much value to sense enjoyment. So much. All of us already have a very good experience of sense enjoyment. Very good experience. We have tried our best. Correct? Even though it doesn't work out, last shloka I said, Puna Puna Charvita Charvana, we are chewing the chew. Similarly, he is now developing on that. It's a hope against hope. We are hoping against hope to become happy by. It has not worked out. We have all tried now 80, 90 years. We have nicely tried out. So many ways we have tried out. It's not working out. But still we want to try. Durashaya ye, Vahi Mahārāja. Vahi means external. My Lord is internal. Lord is there with me in the heart. In the heart, not only the soul resides, Lord also resides. So all happiness is within. But I am externally searching for some happiness. Durashaya. And I know it does not work, still I am hoping against hope to become happy person. Durashaya Vahi Mahārāja. Why is it so? Why everybody is like that today? इंटरनेट खोला बंद नहीं हो पाता जब तक आंखें दर्द ना करें. टीवी खोला बंद नहीं हो पाता जब तक पीठ दर्द ना हो जाए, है ना. फिर जाके सोते हैं इतना लेट. Many colleges they have done 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. They switch off the internet because कोई क्लास में नहीं आता. Recently they did in IT Delhi also. तो क्लास ही नहीं आता. 12 से 6 इंटरनेट ऑफ. Why? Because they know they have no control. They get stuck. Why is it that we are so much hoping against hope? For sense in that. Why? Andha yathande vidhi. Andha means blind. They are all blind. They don't know. Just like we request, please chant Hare Kṛṣṇa. You will get Viṣṇu. Hoping against hope. This will not make me happy. I will become happy if I watch TV for 2 hours. Otherwise, why do I watch? All of us are seeking happiness only, but we are addicted to it. Or so many other ways. Unmentionable ways. We think we become happy. But no, sir, you will become happy if you achieve the lotus feet of Viṣṇu. And in Kali Yuga, it can be very easily done by chanting the holy names of the Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Iya hoite sarva siddhi tumhara. If you just accept this, chanting of the holy names of the Lord, all your success will be available. But we have not. So, Nate Vidu Sarda is saying Viṣṇu, Durashaya Vahi Mahārāja, Andha Yathanda Viduni Mahārāja. They are like innocent bakaras, blind leading the blind. Te Kishatamtam Udamni Paddaha. It is like, even though they may act like a leader, follow me, I will lead you. Where do you lead you? Lead you to gutter. And at the same time, they are not aware. Tightly they are bound by the laws of nature. Urudamni, Uru means a rope. Padda means tightly bound. So Urudamni, Padda, fully they are tightly bound by the this, laws of material nature. Person is tightly bound. So this is what is this shloka here. He's saying our real self-interest in Viṣṇu, we don't take care of that. And why it is like that? We are following the blind. All of us actually, most of us don't have capacity that is called independently thoughtful. To think on our own. Very rare. Actually by 25 years, all of us start thinking independently. Generally. Therefore, we say by 25 years you should be well trained. If you meet 40, 50, 60-year people, even spiritual things, very difficult to teach. They already made up their mind. Youngsters are very open. Even though they have their opinion, they are very open to it. That's a nice part. And they are very malleable to change. But as the age grows, it becomes difficult. Person becomes very sure. So, most of the people, even they grow up, but somehow they have this tendency. There was one actor, once he wrote Kantimala. So what happened? Our temple in Chennai, they bought 1 lakh Kantimala also, it was short. Whole Tamil Nadu wants to get Kṛṣṇa because the actor is rich. He came to the temple and he liked the whole program. And he bought a Kantimala and he wrote. Okay? All his fans, the common man is like that. They'll just follow what the leaders do. So, but the unfortunate part in Kali Yuga is that leaders are blind. They have no idea. They think if there is a good internet connection, they think if everybody has a mobile, now this election they are saying they want to do mobile to everybody. whatever, they think people will become happy, or they have a TV set at home. They have no vision how mass of people can be happy. They are blind, themselves blind. And then they guide society, they also are blind. Now after this he gives a solution to his father. It's a very important solution. In this, the most important line is one of them. You can just chant Naisham Matesta Vadaru Kramangrim Svarashati Anarthopagomo Yadartana Mahiyasam Padarajo Vishekam Niskinchananam Navrinitayava. Once somebody asked this question to Srila Prabhupada, you are come to our country and you are doing these masses, you have kirtans and you read from scripture, but a revolution is happening. Prabhupada made in 4 years 10,000 young Americans as full-time disciples, which was a revolution. 100 centers came up throughout America. It was magic. So somebody asked, but we have seen so much change in this. So much change. These people are not going to any place of worship. Many of them were addicted to drugs also. And their life is so changed. But we are also having in our country already masses of people do gather and they pray to the Lord and they hear something of the Lord. But that did not work and this is working. One person very openly asked this question to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada said it's like this. That the people have not realized the purifying power of the holy name. Their preaching will not work. Unless you have faith, you cannot give other persons. Okay? Faith is transferred to association. So therefore Prabhupada is saying, you have to take, if you want to advance your spiritual life, Niskinchana. Niskinchana means he doesn't want to possess anything material. It's not that he doesn't have anything material. There may be somebody who is the poorest man in this world, but is very attached to 2 rupee he has in his pocket. And there may be somebody who is the richest man in this world, but all the things he is having, he is just using it for the Lord's glorification. Sarvai Mana Kṛṣṇa Padāra Vindayo Vācāṁ Sivaikuṇṭa Gunānu Varnane Karor Hare Mandiramarjanādishu Shrutim Chakara Chutashatatatore. There was a king called Lord Viṣṇu. We just talked about him. But he was fully absorbed. His mind was always absorbed. Sarvai Mana Kṛṣṇa Padāra Vindayo. Always absorbed in the lotus feet of the Lord. Vācāṁ Sivaikuṇṭa Gunānu Varnane. Even words always glorifying the Lord. Karor Hare Mandiramarjanādishu. Even though the king used to go to the temple and clean the temple with his own hand. Shrutim Chakara Achyutashatakathodaya. And he is always hearing about the Lord. So it doesn't matter he is a king. It does not matter. He can be renounced, fully renounced. In fact, he was a great hero. Similarly, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he came to know from Arjuna that Kṛṣṇa has winded his pastime and gone back to his abode Goloka. What did Yudhishthira Maharaj do? You know? He just heard from this from Arjuna. Immediately called Parikshit, their grandson, took his clothes out, wore a simple dress. He was wearing the royal king's dress, wore a simple dress, walked out of the palace. Or this is the attachment he was having for the empire, just like Jew attachment. Kṛṣṇa is, what do I do now? Kṛṣṇa has left his pastimes. Oh, what I am doing in this world? I was just to participate in Kṛṣṇa's pastime. Pandavas came actually to join in Kṛṣṇa's pastime. And when Pandavas came to know, you all know about the famous walk. Pandavas walked back to the Vaikuṇṭha. On the way there, Mahabharata describes other things, but Bhagavatam just focuses on it. They want to go back and join the pastimes of the Lord in the Vaikuṇṭha. They have just come to participate in Kṛṣṇa's pastimes here. Just like, Chief Minister comes, so entourage comes. Okay? They have come just to participate in his activity. They are not come for any other purpose. So when he is gone, what are we doing here? So whatever we were doing, but there is no attachment to it. It has just been done for the Lord's pleasure. Viṣṇu Mahārāja was ruling just for the Lord's pleasure. The moment he came to the Lord and minded this pastime, he also just left the palace and walked out. No attachment. India is named after one king called Prahlāda Maharaja. Therefore, India is called Bharat. This India and what other names are not Hindustan. These are not native names. These are governed by outsiders. Originally, the name was Ilavrata Varsha, and then later it became Bharat Varsha. An interesting thing is Bharat Varsha did not mean this much. It meant the whole planet. Basically, China is claiming so many islands. You know that. You say 100 years ago we were ruling there, 200 years ago Arunachal Pradesh also was inside us, and 500 years ago Japan was also inside us. They're like that, they are being heavy in their mind. We say very simple thing. Then whole earth you give to us. Whole earth you give to us. Because Bharat Maharaj ruled whole earth. But even Yudhishthira Maharaj ruled whole earth. He was the emperor. They were kings, no doubt. Just like British Empire. But the queen wasn't British. Correct? She was the head. Similarly, king was the head. So he just no attachment. So it's not doesn't mean that you don't possess. You use it for the Lord's glorification. Not just like you are an engineer. Be an engineer. You are very, but and also you have a very good salary. It doesn't matter. Build a palace, but use it as a temple of God. That's correct. Invite the whole city every week to come to your place and hold this program. Explain about something about Prahlāda Mahārāja. Give them nice prasadam. In fact, so much change can happen. The whole society can change. There was a person who came to Prabhupada, he is a police officer. It is there in the Science of Self-Realization, page 200. I have given to different groups. So they asked this question to Prabhupada, crime, what to do. He said, I have come on behalf of the police department and I am recording this and I put it to my senior officers. Can you give us some guidance? Because they saw Prabhupada created a revolution. It changed the youth in America. So what is your thinking? Prabhupada said, I am just like a small medical practitioner. Here and there I go and do some medicine. If you support me, it will be like a hospital. Thousands of people can be treated. We are a government bank. Why don't you give us big places where we can hold large gatherings, free of cost? And this all process that we need. We should have chanting of the Lord's name, some glorification of the Lord, and prasada. People will get food. So that's all we need. So we need niskinchana. Niskinchana means usko kuch nahi chahiye. Everything is opportunity. Mahiyasham pada rajo abhishekam. He says such great personalities take dust from their feet and to bathe yourself. Prabhupada says now it's difficult in Kali Yuga to get a Mahiyasham and niskinchana. At least follow the instructions which have been left by great personality. Now like Prahlāda Maharaja himself, what he has told, try to follow that. Then there is a hope. That's why he's telling his father, my dear father, this is a synopsis of what your condition is. Please take shelter of great acharyas. Like he himself was under the shelter of Narada. Okay, so if you follow this kinchana, you can see. But if you follow the blind leaders, you will also fall into better. No better. And when his father hears this, what happens? He becomes very, very, very angry. Very, very angry. And he says, kill! This is too much now. And they bring everything. They bring so many weapons to hit him. Some tender boy, 5-year-old boy, what he can fight. But they can't touch him. Kṛṣṇa is there. He was actually in a reverse Vasalya. Vasalya Rasa is that we think Kṛṣṇa is the son. He was thinking Kṛṣṇa is his father, real father. So always, father always protects the child. He wasn't. See, protection depends to the degree of your surrender. Just like you are a friend. But to the degree somebody is a friend, you will help him. Really a good friend, you give your life to protect him. Right? Okay, so friend. To that degree you will help. Here also like that. Kṛṣṇa is also. You neglect him, there is no God. Who tries to turn my child towards me. And there will never be anybody more dear. In the history there was nobody more dear. In the future there will be more dear. There is a famous shloka in Bhagavad Gita. Kṛṣṇa ends the Bhagavad Gita. Towards the end, after speaking Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, if you can tell this message to somebody, there is nobody more dear to me. Bhagavad Gita is like a love letter of Kṛṣṇa to to every person. If he can give it to somebody, Kṛṣṇa will be pleased beyond any. So devotees of the Lord are trying to spread the message of Gita are very dear to the Lord. So all of you can be covered. We try to spread, but carefully, don't fight. Very careful. In the beginning we have tried to be present in a very fanatic way. Don't do that. First you should be convinced. Because what happens if you are not convinced and you go to atheists and talk, they will take away your faith. It is like a small grass. In the beginning, faith is like Shraddha, that is called a small grass. Easily the plant will break. It should become tree first. First you should analyze from all angles, should be convinced. Once you are convinced, then you can also spread. But telling somebody chant Hare Krishna, come for Samvati program, that is not very good. That is it. But if you want to go to the philosophy, first you should be convinced. They try to kill him in all ways, they cannot touch him. And even once he gives him poison, Prahlāda Mahārāja offers it to the Lord and takes it like a prasad. Nothing happens. He's shocked. He throws him below elephants, doesn't do. He throws him in a pit of snakes, he's not there. He throws him from a mountain. Whatever they can imagine, attempt to kill a person, they try everything. They can't touch him. In fact, there is a famous simple verse in Bengali. Rakhe Kṛṣṇa mare ke, mare Kṛṣṇa rakhe ke. If Kṛṣṇa wants to protect somebody, nobody can kill him. And if Kṛṣṇa wants to kill somebody, nobody can protect him. So that's what happened. Nobody could touch him. And then Hiranyakashipu became, his all ego is over. God, he thought he can do anything. Small boy, can't touch him. He becomes bewildered completely. And then he's sitting very sad, and then this all Shanda and Avarka. Last time I talked to you about the college of Shanda and Avarka, the college of Avidya. What we have today are also all colleges of Avidya. So he comes to him, and what he does, they come to Hiranyakashipu and say, the Shukracharya, our guru is about to come. He's very fast. Don't worry, he'll take care. Small kid, what he spoke 2-3 lines and you're getting mad about so much. People get worked up, but too much worked up about 2-3 lines he spoke and you're so worked up about it. Kid, why you take kids' words so seriously? But and they somehow console him, don't worry. And now what happens is that Prahlāda Mahārāja starts in his, the lunch time, or sometime when they're free, students are free, and teachers are not around. He started preaching to his classmates. They used to come to him, yeah, we would play, train, some helicopter, the general. At that time, whatever toys they had. And they coming to him, and Prahlāda Mahārāja is an acharya, he smiles. This is one of the signs of an acharya. From childhood, he was not interested in any sports. Even 20 years, if the cricket match is going on, we cannot stop ourselves from wasting another time. Correct? They keep losing also. After they lose the match, upset nahi dekhunga. But next time again, this is. Even though we know it's a waste of time, I can do so many better, constructive, positive things. We're all rare people, top 5% of maybe India. Your time is very valuable, but we don't know, we waste. So Prahlāda Mahārāja, one of the symbols of a great man is avyartha kalatram. When you see a man who is not wasting a second, immediately start respecting him. Correct? Avyartha kalatram. Oh, my time is getting wasted. His value is his time. So Prahlāda Mahārāja says, no, it's always, what Prahlāda, they are small kids now, this is the time to enjoy. What you are talking all this, always telling chant and all this are all at old age. Prahlāda Mahārāja says, Kaumaram acharet pragno dharman bhagavatam iha durlabam manusham janma tadpi apurvam ardhavam. Kaumaram, right in the childhood, Kaumaram acharet pragno, this spiritual life should begin. Dharman bhagavatam iha, this bhagavad dharma should begin right in childhood. Durlabam manusham janma, this human life is very rare, my friend, very rare. Durlabam manusham janma. Tadapi adhrubam ardhadam. Even though it is temporary, ardhadam, it is very valuable. Don't waste things. They were small kids, not polluted by their parents so much. Small kids. Parents were all deep. So they, were influenced by him. And he used to have this like Kirtan we are having he used to have Kirtan in the Gurukul. And all are dancing. I'm so happy. So one day they see, my God, not only this boy, everybody children are spoiled. ये तो सबको पागल कर दिया. All, at least all demons. ये तो पागल था, सबको पागल कर दिया. They report to Hiranyakashipu. Now Hiranyakashipu said, I am going to kill. Because till now he didn't as a father personally try to kill. Through others he tried. Now he said, I am going to kill. Call it. And he comes, Prahlad Maharaja. Oh God. Great sin. Falls in the feet of his father. Etiquette always perfect. A Vaishnava, you may become Vaishnava sometimes, even more than your parents about spiritual life. But don't become Vaishnava. You should maintain the etiquettes. Perfect etiquettes. He gave obeisances to his father. You cannot find a fault with a Vaishnava. It's because he's cool. People say I'm cool, they're not cool. He's actually cool. Imagine his father is trying to kill him and so many attempts over. Still he is coming, paying obeisances. Real cool. And he gets up and father is hissing like this. You're the most unfortunate person. Why? He's thinking he could have enjoyed the whole kingdom, the empire, and he's going to die now. You most unfortunate person. You're a rascal. All the language he uses. I have the translation, it's something similar. And finally he says, oh, where do you get so much power? You're always standing so fearless. Where do you get so much power? Prahlad says, my dear father, the same place you get the power. My power, source of my power is the same as the source of your power. And indeed the source of all the powers is Lord Viṣṇu. My dear father, give up your envy for the Lord Viṣṇu. There are many people like you who tried to conquer all the world. They could not control their senses. And he directly tells him, my dear father, give up your enmity to the Lord Viṣṇu. Take his shelter. This is not good, the attitude better. He becomes more angry and he takes his sword. And Prahlad Maharaja, Lord Narasimha had actually already come in the pillar. Some acharyas coming like that. Because, to give protection to the child. Don't worry, don't worry. The Lord is already, he can see, the pure devotees can see the Lord every second. So then at that moment, he sees him looking at them. You say your God is everywhere? He said, yes. Is his there in this pillar? Yes. And he goes into the hand and it was very powerful. Just breaks the pillar. And then what happens? Narasimha.